Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Flora Sage, your personal development coach, and I am here to help you today to get unstuck. So I actually took a poll recently here on my Facebook page, and I asked you, hang on, let me bring it up. I asked, where do you feel the most stuck in your life? And I'm actually going to read some of the answers that you all wrote in this poll. So, my living situation and mental and emotional health, relationships and finances, social anxiety. I feel stuck in my life as it is right now. Unemployment might be my biggest struggle. Struggling to finish my studies. Constant worries of how I'm going to pay for it keeps me fully committed. These two things and areas is where I feel really stuck in. Another one of you said, I'm stuck in my life and have no direction to go. I'm trying though. My health, both physical and mental. My self-love. I had a facelift 5 years ago and it was unsuccessful. It literally destroyed me physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Another one of you said, I'm trying to study nursing. My relationship, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to start my business. Anxiety, more anxiety, fitting into everything that I need to that feels good in my day. Another one of you said my finances. Another one said my spiritual practice. So a lot of you are struggling with a lot of real things. And so how do you get unstuck? How do you go from this place of feeling frustrated in where you're at to feeling excited about where you're going and when you're going there? Hi, Damon. And so what I want you to do, if you're watching this live, go ahead and put hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay in the comments. And then I want you to share with me one thing that you currently are feeling stuck about. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, Amanda. Like I said, I took a poll and I shared with you a lot of the responses that I got. And so I want to give you some really easy ways to shift when you feel stuck. Because I'm right there with you. I mean, just because I'm a coach doesn't mean that I don't have days where I just feel like staying in bed or I just feel like just going spurting around on Instagram and Snapchat and whatnot. There are days when I feel stuck and don't have the motivation to move forward. And so let me look at some of the comments. Finding my soulmate that's going to lead to marriage. Okay, nice. So share with me where you feel stuck today in this moment. And while you're thinking about where you're feeling stuck, what I want you to look at is when you feel stuck, what's happening? Hi, Chantel. What's happening is your spirit, that internal desire, that internal knowing, that higher self inside of you is saying, this doesn't feel right. And so the reason why you feel stuck is because your intuition is pulling you back saying, hey, pay attention. Pay attention to what is going on and what you're feeling. So oftentimes when we feel stuck, we numb out. We go and we do things to just waste time or that take up the time, okay? And so when you can recognize where you're feeling stuck, you say, okay, instead of trying to push past it and numb out to it, you can stop and say, okay, I'm feeling stuck. And be stuck, like be in that space. When you recognize and honor where you're at, the whole world opens up. Why does it open up and how does it open up? When you say, all right, I'm feeling stuck. Okay, why am I feeling stuck? Well, I'm feeling stuck. I'll just give you an example. So typically, hi Ashley, hi Kathy. So typically in my business, I like to do these videos on Mondays. Well, on Monday, I was just not in the mood to work. I just had things that I needed to do around the house that were literally the final things in establishing our new home here in Phoenix. And I just could not get my brain wrapped around working. So I just said, okay, what do I feel? I feel stuck in my business. Is it really feeling stuck in my business, or do I really feel the pull to do something else? I don't feel stuck in my business. I feel stuck when I'm sitting here trying to work when my intuition is telling me to go and do something else. And I'm like, okay, so what would feel in alignment? What would feel in alignment was to finish up the things with the house. And I'm like, okay, perfect. That's what I'm going to do. So I looked at my schedule and said, okay, can I get all of these things done from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Can I get all of the 4 days worth of things done in 3 days? I'm like, yes. All right, perfect. So set my list aside and just focused on all of the house stuff. Got it done. Felt great. Tuesday, I'm like, boom, let's do it. All right, perfect. So one of the easiest ways, like I said, to clear when you're stuck, first and foremost, is to honor that you're stuck. Honor that you feel stagnant in whatever area of your life that you feel stagnant in. That's step number one. Then ask yourself, okay, so I feel stuck in this space. Okay, why do I feel stuck? Unpack it. And your why is going to be different for everybody. Like my why on Monday was, why do I feel stuck? I feel stuck because I feel distracted because I want to get all this done and I don't want to do this because my attention is over here. Okay, perfect. If you feel stuck financially, okay, why do you feel stuck financially? Is it because you are trying the same things and not getting different results? Are you, constantly in debt? Are you constantly just barely making ends meet? Are you feeling frustrated with your CPA? Whatever it is. Do you feel stuck in your relationships? Do you feel stuck in an emotional thing where you haven't been able to get past something or someone, maybe passing away, maybe moving, maybe breaking up, maybe a divorce, maybe a birth? I mean, there's a lot of things. And so giving yourself permission to unpack that why and say, okay, why do I feel stuck? And get brutally honest with yourself. And that's just the thing, is that if you're not honest with yourself, how on earth do you expect anybody else in your life to be honest with you? Really? When you're honest with yourself, that is when you get results. So years ago, there was this woman who came to me and she's like, okay, I want to hire you for this. I'm like, all right, perfect. That is absolutely in my wheelhouse. Let's do this. So I asked her to unpack what was going on. She shared with me everything, or so she said, and we worked on strategies and mindset and all the things, and she wasn't progressing. And I said, okay, so tell me what you're not telling me. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, you're not making results. I'm not seeing progress with you. You're not getting results. You're not telling me something, because my process works if you work it and if you are 100% honest with yourself. And she's like, well, yeah, there is this one thing. And that one thing was the thing that was keeping her stuck. And she was trying to figure out and try to do all these other things except for the one thing that was actually that one thing that really mattered. So when we addressed that, everything else in her life shifted. And it was fast. It was so fast. And all of this comes from you getting honest with yourself. So I'm feeling stuck. Okay, boom. Why do I feel stuck? Be honest with yourself on why you feel stuck. Then say, okay, now that I know why I'm stuck, now what do I want? What do I want? So again, like this morning, on Monday, I was feeling stuck. Okay, why did I feel stuck? Because of this, this, and this. Now what do I want? I really just want to do this. Okay, boom, did that. Instantly, when I was finished with that on Tuesday morning, boom, the floodgates opened. I was no longer stuck. And this is the thing, the process, this is the 1 degree shift process. This is the process that's in my book. I actually go into much more detail about it. And I share with you how to unpack these things, how to get over your ego, how to get over all the bullshit that we tell ourselves, why we can and cannot have something, all of the boundaries or the lack thereof that are keeping people from walking all over you. I share with you how to really see your life for what it is. You have one life to live in this moment. Yes, I believe in reincarnation, but You're given this opportunity today in this moment. Every day that passes is one day less of you being on this earth. You will die someday. And if you go to the end of your life not doing the things that you want to do and not being honest with yourself about those things that you want and those things that you want to experience and do and be and have, you're wasting your life. You truly are wasting your life. And anytime you feel stuck, that's a nod from spirit to you to say, hey, pay attention. Stop what you're doing and pay attention. So recently, actually last weekend, one of my son's friends passed away in a motorcycle accident. And we had a long discussion about it. And he was like, this is the second person in the last 2 years that has passed away in his life. And he's like, I don't, and he couldn't articulate what was going on. And I said, share with me what's going on. Just lean into what you're feeling. And he cried and he's like, it's just such a waste. And I'm like, in what way? And he said, everything that they did, everything that they worked towards and what they were working for is just gone. And I said, is it really? And he goes, well, what do you mean? And I said, everybody wants to make a lasting legacy, or we hope to in some way, so that when we pass on, we cross over that rainbow bridge, we won't be forgotten. And I said, when people die, we are faced with our own mortality, and we're faced with the, am I wasting my life? Am I really living my life to the best of my ability? Or am I choosing to live in this hamster wheel and have the same day on repeat over and over and over and over and over again? And oh my gosh, the conversation that we had was so powerful. And you don't have to wait till somebody dies or some major thing happens for you to finally grab the reins of your life and say, yes, I'm ready to live. And normally people wait until they hit rock bottom before they make a move, before they do that thing that they've always wanted to do. And yet most people stay stuck for so long. Like I've coached people for the last 2 decades, and I can't tell you how many people have come to me and they're like, I've just spent the last 15 years in a marriage that is horrible. Or I spent the last 20 years in a job that has been life-sucking. And I'm like, and it's not 20 years of growth. It's you learn how to do a job the first 6 months, and then you're literally repeating that. And you literally are on that hamster wheel for 20 years. You can call the shots. You don't have to hit rock bottom. You don't have to wait for a major tragedy to happen before you finally give yourself permission to get unstuck. You can say, enough, I'm tired of my own bullshit. I'm tired of my own excuses. I'm just tired of living this way. And how you do that is you get honest with yourself. So if you're feeling unstuck, the easiest way to get unstuck is to get honest with yourself. First and foremost, recognize, where am I at? Like, what is going on? What is going on in my life? Boom. Why is this happening? And you got to be honest with yourself when you ask the why. You have to. If you are not honest with yourself, you are going to stay stuck. Seriously, I've been coaching people for 23 years. Until you're honest, you're going to stay stuck. When you get honest with yourself and brutally honest at that, right there is where you start from. When you are brutally honest with I was codependent, and my relationships, I had 3 marriages that were some of my biggest teachers. Like they taught me so much, but I felt stuck in the cycle of codependency. And I didn't know I was codependent until after my 3rd marriage ended. And then I was part of a shit show relationship for about 9 months. And then I'm like, I can't do this anymore. And I stopped everything. And I got honest with myself. I'm like, therapy is not working. Counseling is not working. Self-help books are not working. All this bullshit is not working. And I'm like, what's the common denominator in all of it? Me. And I'm like, okay, so obviously there's something that I don't know yet. about me and my behaviors that are causing my relationships to be this way. So I stopped everything and I waited and I got really honest. And I realized, when I realized I was codependent, I was like, ooh, yes, finally, oh my God. And when I realized I was codependent, I was so happy. Like, I was actually having lunch with one of my friends and she's like, you do realize you're codependent, right? And I'm like, what? Hi, Bridget. Hi, Mike. And on September 5th, I got my 5-year chip for Codependency Anonymous. This is my 5-year chip. And it took me 7 months to go through the steps. And this is the thing, is that it wasn't until I was brutally honest with myself and my shitty relationships that I just said, I am the common denominator. I need to fix my shit. And I'm like, okay, where do I feel stuck? And I was guided to reach out and talk with one of my friends. And she was the one that mirrored back to me my woes and that I was codependent. Right there, when I got honest with myself and I'm like, yeah, I'm codependent. Holy shit, who knew? Really? Oh my God. Then I knew where to go. Then I knew the steps to take. If you're in debt, you're overspending. You need to control your spending. You need to stop buying shit that you can't afford. Cut up your credit cards. Take Amazon and Etsy and all those buying apps off your phone and get a spending plan or a budget. If you're overweight, look at what you're doing. Are you working out? Are you overeating? Is it a medical issue? Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. If you're in a shitty relationship, do you want to be in that relationship? Are you willing to have awkward conversations with the person that you're in a relationship with? Are you willing to talk about sex and all the things, money and all the things that happen in relation? Are you willing to have honest conversations? Or do you just hold grudges and resentments and then talk to somebody else about your relationship and you don't talk to the one person that you're in the relationship with? So give yourself permission to be honest, because when you're honest, that is when transformation happens. That is when you can start to live your life. Truly. One of my clients came to me and she was overweight. She's diabetic, eating all the sugar. She had a business that was starting to fail, a marriage that was starting to fail. She came to me desperate. She's like, Flora, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, I do. Let's get honest. Where are you at? And she's like, I'm diabetic, but I can't stop eating sugar. I'm like, I can help you with that. She's like, my marriage is failing. I'm like, I can help you with that too. Granted, I've had 3 unsuccessful marriages in some people's eyes. I think they were very successful because they taught me about who I truly am as a person. I went through a shit ton of therapy and counseling, and I learned very effectively how to communicate. And lots of interpersonal shit. But again, we didn't address the core issue, which was that codependency. So anyway, I helped her with that. Now her diabetes is under control. She's lost 45 pounds and has kept it off. She has a thriving marriage and she's expanding her business. This works if you get honest with yourself. So, if you want my help and my support in this, what I want you to do is I want you to click the link in the comments and I want you to join us inside of the 1 Degree Shift membership. In this membership, I teach you not only this process, I teach you all the stuff that's in this 1 Degree Shift book, but I also bring you through group coaching every single month where we hit it hot and heavy. We just had the most amazing VIP gathering today where we looked at a lot of deep shit and we uncovered and unpacked so much stuff. And it's hard to do this on your own. It's almost impossible because you don't have the support. You don't have someone to give you that raw, real, honest guidance and coaching. How often do you feel stuck and alone? Most people feel stuck, but you don't have to feel alone. Yes, Rebecca was there. She said, yes, it was freaking awesome. Yes. If you want true freedom in your life, You got to get honest. You have to get honest. And one of the ways that you help yourself get honest is have a support system that honors your honesty and that honors where you are without judgment and where you're going, and to hold you accountable. I am there to help hold you accountable and see that you will reach this space. So if you are ready, what I want you to do is I want you to click this link. I'm going to put it in the comments right now. I want you to click this link, scroll down. I want you to pick I want you to pick the regular membership or the VIP. And I want you to really ask yourself, am I ready to get honest, and am I ready to fully start living my life? And if the answer is yes, click the link, join us, because your life is waiting for you. Your life is waiting for you. If you can't get honest with yourself, at least give yourself permission to be surrounded by people who are. Because that is the thing, is that when you recognize and you see and you be that witness to other people's growth, and you see people showing up for themselves, you can't help but feel that courage inside and say, you know what, I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. And that's what I want for you. Like I said, in the over 23 years that I've been coaching people, the biggest breakthroughs happen when you get brutally honest with yourself. But you can't do it alone, and if you feel alone and you don't have that support. I want you to think about a time when you were going through something in your life and you went to one of your friends or your family members and they're just like, oh, suck it up, or oh, it's not that bad, or yeah, okay, whatever, and they changed the subject because maybe it made them uncomfortable. How differently would your life have been if that person would have said, wow, I can tell this is really hard for you. What else is going on? What else? And you unpack all the stuff. And they're like, okay, so now what? Now what do you want? And you were given permission to dream. You were given permission to look beyond the stuck and beyond the bullshit. And then what if that person would say, oh my God, like, I absolutely know that you can do this. Actually, let's do it together. How would that feel for you? Like, how differently would your life be? That's what the 1 Degree Shift Tribe is all about. It's about being that sacred witness for the shit that is going on. And sometimes we have a little bit of shit and sometimes we have a lot of shit, just depending on our life, because life is life. Life is messy. Sometimes it's scary, but you don't have to go at it alone. So if you're ready to finally start living and get unstuck and actually see progress in your life, I want you to click the link and I want you to join. Because your life is right now. And when you wait, you're just wasting days. Now, tomorrow we have a planning party. What the planning party is, it's freaking crazy. It's awesome. We actually look at the previous month. We look at it, we review it, we hash it out, and then we come to terms with it. We make peace with it, and then we plan for the next month. And we get honest. We get brutally honest. Katie just joined. I love it. Or I'm sorry, Kate. Woo! Love it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh. Yes, thank you, Rebecca. She said, go VIP. It is so worth it. Absolutely. When you have that support, what happens? Your whole life changes. Your whole life changes. So what I want you to do, again, click the link, read the page, scroll down, join us, check your inbox, and I will see you tomorrow morning for our planning party at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I'm so excited. Yes, welcome, Kate. You are going to love it. So freaking worth it. Awesome. I'm in for 6 months. Yay. So good. Yes, Agatha. Agatha is a super VIP with me. She signed up for 6 months. She has done so much work. She has done so deep. She's like, 1 to 2 weeks in, I'm digging so deep and big shifts. Yes, so, so powerful. Like I said, your life awaits. And so if you are ready to finally get unstuck and to start living, click the link and I will see you inside of the 1 Degree Shift tribe. I love you and I will see you back here very soon. Mwah! Bye.